All right,
Keep
there
going.
we go. Hello. Top of the morning, evening, afternoon, and good night to one and all. It is After Party 20.
I'm going to go to school to be an audio engineer. Or Jay was just saying that, and then
I was just saying that so I don't have to hire somebody.
yeah, I could do it. Like I wanted to go, so I wanted. Okay, this is gonna sound crazy. I wanted to go to school for hot tub and spa engineering because then I would figure out what's up with our pool instead of paying somebody. It's actually pretty darn cheap. It's only like $1,200 and $700 of it is for the textbook. So it's not bad, considering.
Yeah.
So audio engineering though would be cool because we have a house full of microphones I could practice on.
Let me ask you guys something. When you up the volume on this, does your right audio go out?
No.
No.
You don't have that problem at all?
No.
Sweet.
If only we had an audio engineer with a degree.
Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be so cool? Oh, the next time that I vote for Trump, I could say educated.
Mess up the stats.
Oh yeah, throw that off. Oh.
There we go. It's fixed. I think. Say something?
Hello.
Hello.
Nope, it's not fixed. Wow.
Thank you for tuning in.
We'll see you all next week.
Oh,
here's a short message from our sponsors.
I just can't win, No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as your clapping is so off, Bree. How are you a good singer, but you don't even have tempo?
Well, I was trying to meet your tempo. Yeah.
That's good. Okay.
That was a really good intro, and I'm really sad that was dropped off because that could have developed into a wonderful symphony.
Yeah, I felt like that sounded already as you were a person with a degree in audio engineering. That's how good it was.
Nice. Donate now to send Bree to college.
If it's
This is
going by
basically a
donations,
college
it's going to
fund,
be a very cheap college, I think.
Wait, what did you do with the paper towels that were up here? You got rid of them?
Look underneath your desk. That is not that desk. The other desk. Look underneath. Oh, nope. Back. Next to the file cabinet. Look at the file cabinet and look to the left.
Got it. You should have just said that. You said look underneath the desk. I've got 5 desks in this room.
No.
Okay. All right. So
it makes it rough.
What's the topic for today, buddy? What do you got?
How are all of my wonderful friends doing today?
Very well.
Oh, that's marvelous.
Do you want to thank the people for donating, Bree?
Of course I do, but I do not have it open because I am a
It's
whore.
the same people. It's the same. You don't need.
Well, thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Combat. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you, Matthew, and thank you, Jorn. You guys keep me alive.
You everyone but one you missed. Jenna's not in here, and Jenna didn't donate. But okay, that works too. Okay, good.
Other person.
Good. Yeah. No, you got it.
You don't have to see the screen to know who donated.
Thank you for the donations to the college fund.
Prove us wrong,
Yay!
people. Prove us wrong.
Okay, Bree, one more question. Where did you put the other AirPods?
The other AirPods, you said, I don't want these anymore, Bree. I only need this one because it has a USB-C.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So that's where we're at.
This is why I
with
mess
that.
up the audio real quick. Hold on.
Is it okay? Nope.
No, it's not okay. Hold on. What the fuck? Nope, it's still not good. How about now? Talk. We should be good.
Hello.
Hey,
There we
Jay.
go.
Hello.
Okay. All right. So, God, Brie, what do you got?
Okay, so first, I'm gonna tell you a news article that I clicked on, and I was tricked in clicking on it. The news article says Palm Springs approves 5.9 million in reparations for displaced Black and Latino families. I said, "Oh no, you didn't," because if you start doing this, it's gonna spread like wildfire to all the states. I clicked the actual article. The reason why they were displaced is because the city set their apartment housing on fire to start building commercial property. So they kind of deserve the money.
Wait, what do you mean they set it on fire?
They had low-income housing, and the city said, we should put a Walmart here. So they set the apartment building on fire, and it killed people. Like,
Wait.
the city admitted to setting it on fire.
How do you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a real story.
Wait, what do you mean they set it on fire? Like people
Like
were in
arson. Like, we don't want this in our town. We would rather have Walmarts. And then they set it on fire. And then they built up commercial properties in that spot.
Wait, this is proven?
Yes.
Wait.
So the town voted on it?
No, wait.
Well, because they were caught in a kerfuffle. We
Wait.
did kind of set that place on fire.
What you're saying cannot be accurate. You're saying that the township willingly committed a crime.
Yes. And now they are paying all those people back a lot of years later.
So are we?
But wait, people died? That's a murder.
Yeah, it is.
No, wait a minute. That can't be accurate. You're saying the town willingly set a building on fire with people inside of it.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Are we talking the official entities in it, or should I imagine while a bunch of people with torches?
They probably hired someone. It's not going to be the government official.
Section 14 was a square-mile neighborhood on a Native American reservation that Black and Mexican low-income families once called home. Families recalled their houses being burned and torn down in the area before residents were told to vacate. The city council voted to formally apologize for the city's role in all of their displacement. The families filed a tort claim with the city, and they announced that they were seeking $2.3 billion for the harm the city calls. The tort claims that the tragedy was akin to the violence that decimated a vibrant community known as Black Wall Street more than a century ago in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that left 300 people dead. Oh, that's where I got the dead. There were no reported deaths in connections for Section 14. So they said, get out. They took their homes down, set it on fire, and it happened before in Oklahoma.
So they were squatters.
No, they were houses that people were paying for. They were just low income. And just didn't want them.
I guess it's one
And
way
how
to do
is
it.
nobody going to jail?
I think they ended up settling out of court then, right? If they didn't get their $2.3 billion, then that's settled out of court. No? They only got $6 million.
I got nothing. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
Can you settle if I set a house on fire and I accidentally kill someone? Can I just settle? I know. Yeah, I killed your dad, but I'll buy you a new house.
It's murder.
Next in news, for some reason,
Moving on. Okay. Right. But we're gonna move right past that. Okay. Got it. All right.
It's
Yeah.
fire. People dead.
No, I got it. You just want to move on to
they
the
were
next.
paid
Okay.
back,
Go ahead. Yep.
all right?
Sure.
Yeah, they're poor.
Fine.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It's no big deal. It's Hispanics and blacks. We don't need them. Let's move on to the next subject. Okay, I got it.
I would have done the same thing. Everyone.
Okay, got
would.
it.
Well,
Next
now
time,
that
maybe
we're
don't
talking-
warn them.
Right,
mean-
just do it. Just light everything on fire and walk away. Got it. Just hold the matchbook in your pocket. Go ahead, Bree. Take it away. Next one.
Well, now that we're talking about Hispanics and blacks.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be gotta take this shit down as soon as it's done. Go ahead.
it's
Beautiful segue.
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Okay, on to the Mexicans.
You know how Trump doesn't like all the illegals?
Yeah.
Well, he is vowing to use the military to kick them all out
Heard
as
this
soon as
before.
he gets in. He posted it on X. So, of course, that's our new reliable news source. But he said that he's going to deploy the military in all of the cities to kick out undocumented immigrants and send them back home.
So a couple
Can you?
things. No. You cannot use military that is active duty. What you can use is National Guard. So it would be National Guard in each state would have to go around and do it. You cannot use whatever president that was during Wyatt Earp.
He was cool.
You can't just deploy active duty military to go do something and no.
Yeah,
So
because they
they-
can't be domestic. It's foreign.
Well,
like
no,
the military's for foreign
well,
war.
no, it is foreign and domestic. That's in your oath, but that is for foreign affairs domestically. That's not for domestic affairs domestically. That's what nasty girls are for.
Nasty girls. Eee.
Yeah, nasty girls.
You guys
That's
don't
not-
do anything, and then once you're told to, you complain. that's
How
what I
much-
think of them.
How much do you have?
National
National
Guard. Oh,
Guard.
you got a lot.
Yeah.
You got a lot.
A lot.
In each state. Oh yeah.
Because you could sign up in
okay.
high school, and then you get a cool bracelet.
Like a friendship bracelet?
No. They were like the Livestrong bracelets. And then they came out with a metal edition. So you got the rubber one, right? But if you signed up for National Guard, you got a metal one.
Oh.
So many of my kids in my high school signed up for it just to get that stupid National
And what
Guard
happens when it
bracelet.
came down to the wire? Whether they had the join, did they just retreat and just keep the
I
bracelet?
have no idea.
Oh, that's
the
nice.
dude was just signing up people left and right for that sweet metal bracelet.
I love a good bracelet. What's next?
Free bracelets. You just have to put a signature on a piece of paper. And get
I don't
another
even know
medal.
why. I don't even know why we're doing a whole panel. If Bree's just gonna fire off the news, I think we should just do this shit and just boop.
Oh no. Bye, Jordan. Bye, Matthew. Bye.
Ooh.
Take it away, Bree.
Okay. So now that I have your attention, I have some things that I want to show you because you're just so very, very special. Every single one of you who donates are so very, very special.
All three of you.
Oh, so let's talk about it then. Okay. We're getting a little crazy with this war thing. Biden decided to give Ukraine long-range missiles, and I feel like that's going to put us in quite a predicament. Because before, we were giving them like weapons, you know, like small arms, that kind of deal. Nothing too crazy, but now that we're giving them long-range missiles, I feel like that puts us in the thick of it, and I feel like we're in danger. Because that's a stupid decision to do, you know? What do you think, Jay? Oh, okay, just me. Hi. Goodbye. Hi. Hi. Ooh, Jay. Hi, Jordan. Hi, Matthew.
Hey, we're back.
Oh, yeah. So we're giving them long-range missiles because Biden said it was cool. I feel like that's dangerous.
I feel like talking about that subject is dangerous.
All right, let's talk about Europe. So Europe is, you said don't do it.
But so wait, are these opinion pieces or are you just hitting us with news?
News.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit back. Go ahead, take it away. All right. Go.
Europe, y'all are not producing enough tiny humans. You guys are supposed to be producing 2.1 babies each. You are currently producing less than 1.2 babies each. I don't know who did this math.
What is a 0.2 of a baby? Is that just a foot?
I
So,
think it's a
so
foot.
Not this
one,
much.
so one is normal, the other one is autistic.
Got
God.
All right. Okay. I see what you did there. Next.
They're worried about the preservation of humans in the future because they are less than half of what it's supposed to be. So that
Well,
means in 60 years there might not be a workforce in
well, no,
Europe.
well, I mean, the amount of people is not a problem because the illegal immigrants, they kind of breed like rabbits. The only disadvantage of that is they don't work. So you might be right about the workforce.
I take
Yeah, that
full
would be pretty bad.
responsibility.
1.2? I want to know what the 0.2 of babies are.
Because like, if all of us were meant to have one baby, right? And me and Matthew decided to have no babies. Oh well, we need 5 people. 5 people are supposed to have babies. Only 4 had babies. There's some baby missing, you know. So that's the math.
Or
Okay.
one every amount of.
I mean, I don't have a problem with this. We're just sitting here and listen you do news. I'm down. Let's get it. Let's go.
So I'm kind of excited about the guy who can't speak very well, RFK, getting into like his position. And it's so funny because he called Americans Jabba
Obese?
the Hutt looking
Nice.
people
I love
because we are morbidly obese. And he
I
is
already like this guy.
I think it's a hilarious. He said Jabba the Hutt looking people. I said you're kind of funny. Like I'll take it. So he's going after Coca-Cola, and he says that they can't
Additives.
use high fructose corn syrup anymore, and they have to use cane sugar instead.
Hey, fucking men!
And yeah, so that's just one of the things that he's doing. I took another screenshot.
Amen to that. About damn time he gets rid of corn syrup.
So
Yes.
you guys are gonna have the good Coke now,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
nice
so-
tasting one.
He wants restrictions on a host of food additives and dyes. He wants to reduce the dominance of ultra processed food, and the food snap program will no longer be accepted for ultra processed food, which means
what is ultra processed food?
a Pop-Tart.
Oh.
like like super processed.
So, but he's a
like,
nut job,
shelf-stable
though.
for
So the
forever.
problem is, RFK, I agree with that fructose corn syrup. No one's going to disagree with that. The problem you have, though, with that is we use fructose corn syrup in everything, whether that is Mountain Dew, whether that is in hamburgers. We use it in everything. And he wants to remove it all. He's also the autism vaccine guy. He's also the fluoride in the water guy. There's a lot of conspiracies that some are valid, some are loosely based off of opinions. At the same time, though, I don't know. And he's in good shape. I agree that you should put somebody that's in good shape in there. I don't know if you should call all Americans Jabba the Hutt looking people.
It's 80% of the population is morbidly obese.
Hey, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying with the role that you're in, because Trump told them to go wild on the health things. Like, go wild. Do what you got to do.
Maybe that's not the best idea for somebody that's already a little cuckoo or loopy to tell them to go wild.
Well, the issue is that all of our food has this stuff in it. The added dyes, the extra fructose, all this other nonsense that's not in like Canada's food or Europe's food is in ours. So him changing that would change production of these items. It would take years.
Corporations are going to absolutely hate this administration. If that's what he does and he wants it, that's fine. I mean, that's great for me and you. But corporations, which is typically what Republicans love, because he's not really a Republican. He's Democratic. He's a very liberal Democrat. So you're going to have essentially a Democrat running the government for health-wise, and then you have a Republican that's in charge that's giving him that reign.
And keep in mind, if everyone was complaining about groceries being expensive now, they're gonna go way up.
What does he win, Bob? A brand new car. People talked about inflation. You're about to see that.
So, something interesting I learned. If you look on the beautiful health lists of things that we eat, if you see the word natural red 4, E120, carmine color, you know what that is? Any of those, if they're listed.
Beaver anal juice.
Nope. It is a parasitic bug that gets crushed up and put into water.
Shut up.
Then its bodies turn the water the red that we use. So anytime you see natural red 4, you are consuming parasitic bug juice.
Okay, where are you getting this info from?
It's real. It is what nerds gummy clusters are made out of. Is parasitic bugs.
Okay, but there's like bugs inside of our bread, right? So
yeah, but this is different. This is chosen like to diet instead of using like.
What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, it's a small bug.
Ugly.
It's very red, and it's been used forever to make the red color.
Yep.
But it is healthier than the manufactured dye. Yeah, the chemical dye. So
But
yeah,
it's a
okay, it's
parasitic
bugs.
bug. Ew.
Yeah, I still prefer that than artificial coloring.
Tenerife has a lot of them or something.
Yeah, that's
what is
it's
a
one of their
cochineal
biggest exports,
insect?
right?
A scale insect that lives on the pads of prickly pear cacti in tropical and subtropical regions. They're harvested from the cacti, sun-dried, crushed, soaked in acidic acid alcohol solution to create carminic acid. The carminic acid is used to make carmine.
Yum.
Carmine is a common ingredient in yogurts, ice creams, fruit pies, soft drinks, cupcakes, and donuts.
We've had all of that.
Yeah, anytime something's red, you eating bugs.
Come on, but the bugs, come on, bro. Jesus Christ.
Ew.
Go ahead.
Gross.
Yucky. Yep.
Oh, yeah, so someone posted a picture of, I think it was Fruit Loops, of our ingredient list. And then they posted a picture of, like, Canadians' Fruit Loops ingredient list and how they were different and how ours had added stuff and that ours was unhealthy. It was fact-checked, and the fact-checked essentially proved it correct, saying that while the ingredients are different, the U.S. also adds in red dye, fructose, and all this other stuff. And I was like, you kind of just proved the post correct by adding that fact check, man. Like, ew.
Yeah, we add a lot of shit to our food. We do, for no apparent reason. I guess just to make it look better, but...
Tastes sweeter, looks better.
A bunch of the stuff isn't even allowed to put in Europe. It's like, no, that's blacklisted. What? And there's just an ocean in between those.
Go ahead, Brie.
Proof.
There was so much backlash for the Marquise guy that DJI responded. The people who sponsored the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, DJI is aware of the situation and acknowledges everyone's concerns. We apologize and haven't been in discussions with Marquise and his team to address the behavior displayed in his recent video. In collaborating with content creators, we always emphasize the importance of following local laws, regulations, and ordinances. As a company, DJI does not condone this behavior. Driving at dangerously high speeds, especially in school zones, or any actions that can lead to harm. So they got enough flack that they actually made a press
yeah,
release.
people calling the cops and shit on that guy, so...
You're not getting a collab again, bro. Like,
no, he
Just
will.
a fine.
He will.
Would you lose your license over that? No, right?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Was that his
was
Lamborghini or not?
Say again?
Was that his Lamborghini? Because if you own that car, I suspect that you would know that the speed is not only shown over there, but it's also shown over there on the passenger side.
Forget that. I would think that the editor would see that number on the right, not just the guy driving it. And why would you go that speed? Like, why in a 35, even in a even if it's a 40? You know, I ride motorcycles, bro. I can't see going that speed. That's ridiculous.
If you want to go that speed, why not go on an interstate or something? Film that.
Right? I guess it's just not cool.
Yeah, it's cool now.
Sure. It's so cool he cut it out of the video.
Take a drive in the desert.
Go ahead, Bree. I didn't know that this was just a news show. That's all right. We're just here for
Well,
looks.
I don't know what else to talk about. I mean, because news is interesting.
Yeah. No, we're in it. We're in it.
Oh, Spirit Airlines, the people with the cool planes, the yellow ones, has filed for bankruptcy.
Because they
They
got
don't
shot
have
at?
no money. I don't know, but they got no money. And people are like, that's going to make flying worse because if you remove a budget airline, the other airlines won't have as competitive pricing anymore because there's nobody to compete against. So instead of them trying to lower their prices to be close to what Spirit is, Spirit's like out of the game. So now,
Well, they got shot at too, right? They
Yeah,
were.
they
You
did.
guys heard about that?
Mm-hmm.
Not the,
Yeah.
they were landing and people were shooting at them.
Two planes, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
think,
think they're both Spirits.
Yeah, two.
Yeah, they've given up.
Nobody likes you, bro. If they're shooting at you when you're landing in Haiti, we're done.
In defense of the people shooting at him, it's also their fault. You
They
made
could
a
have thought
bright
it was a
yellow
DHL plane. Yeah, they could have thought it was DHL delivering their packages a
It's
little late.
bright yellow.
They were like, yo, where the fuck's been my package for the past month? Pop, 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 pop. I have to take this video down now because I just used the gun emoji with my hand.
I didn't see it. It doesn't count.
Thing is, if it happened once, but if they start shooting on only those planes on a regular basis, who would want to be a passenger in a plane like that?
What a
Unless
bullet
it's
penetrate
very
the
cheap.
sides? Like, even a high-powered rifle.
It when even there was pictures of it hitting the what is it? The baggage doors that it impacted on.
Oh, really? So it penetrated the outside
Yeah.
shell and...
Yeah, it was landing, so it was at a low altitude. So
Yeah, and they probably weren't shooting at it with a 22, right?
No, it was high-powered.
Something,
It was
yeah.
high-powered.
I
AK-47.
wouldn't file for bankruptcy. I would just paint my planes differently.
Hey,
Know what that cost?
easy. Yellow is sexy.
It's sexy, but apparently people notice.
It looks like a giant-ass reflector with wings.
Just paint it blue, like the sky. Is that a plane? No.
Well, then you have JetBlue, so you can't do that. Go ahead, Bree. I see you.
Okay,
Look
so
at the
next I have a
banana.
video. The first one is an older video, but it has to do with the health thing, and it's being shared recently, and I think it's kind of interesting to see, like, how they're trying to promote health in other countries versus the United States is, like, be sedentary. Oh, okay, or we'll do this one first. This one, you can just play it. It'll say what it is.
Hold on. I gotta figure this out. Give me a second. What does that say? Google Chrome. Full YouTube. Full team. Oh, I don't have this set up. Your sister's ass. Hold on.
It's okay, you can just play it.
No. It's okay. It's okay. Shh. Hold on.
Shh. Okay, I'll share other news while you're setting this up. So in Flagler County, there were threats for schools, and they had no idea who was doing it, but the schools kept closing over and over again because the threats kept getting called in. So like the kids didn't go to school for I think 3 weeks or so. Like they found out who did it, and it was a 11-year-old kid from Virginia. They extradited him to Florida, and they are charging him as an adult because of what he did. He's 11 years old, and they are saying that they are doing it to set a precedence so other kids don't think that this is a good idea to do. He was sent to our county, Flagler County, and he got 46 felony and misdemeanor charges, including 15 felony counts of false reports of a word we can't say, explosive, pew pew, 15 felony counts of unlawful use of two-way communications, another 15 misdemeanor accounts for disrupting school functions, and 1 felony count for tampering with physical evidence.
So how long of a jail time does he?
Well, he's pretty much going to be incarcerated until he's 18. And he's only 11.
That's not this video. That's a different video.
Yeah, it's a press release because the Flagler people figured out who was doing the threats at the schools. So I thought that was interesting. Oh, and he owes $46,000 in reparations to our county for how much time and money went into finding who he is. So his parents are on the hook for almost $50,000 because he thought it would be fun to make some stupid phone calls.
So current society, they told the parents to sit him down and have a gentle conversation with him, probably.
Maybe in Virginia. Florida said, we want him, we went, we took him, and now he's in our jail.
Okay, you didn't send me the video for this, though, right?
No, this is new. This just happened like 12 hours ago. This is interesting.
Okay, and what's this one we're showing here?
It kind of says it.
Okay. And I can't... Oh, Jesus Christ. Is this blurred?
The certain things are blurred, and it's so the video doesn't get pulled.
Wearing masks and carrying Nazi flags marched through Columbus. In response, Mike DeWine said, "We will not tolerate hate in Ohio." This comes amid a dramatic increase in similar incidents nationwide. Here's ABC's Rena Roy.
Tonight, an Ohio community on edge after this group, masked and dressed in black, marched through the streets of Columbus Saturday, carrying firearms and flags with swastikas.
There's legitimate Nazis. Can you lock the door?
Black community leaders organizing a countermarch for unity this afternoon, walking the same path just north of downtown. Ohio's Republican Governor Mike DeWine condemning the masked group, saying in a statement there is no place in this state for hate, bigotry, anti-Semitism, or violence, and we must denounce it wherever we see it. The Anti-Defamation League reporting a dramatic increase in anti-Semitic incidents nationwide over the last several years, particularly since Hamas's.
Those are 100% not swastikas. I don't know what they are.
They are.
They are not.
Yes.
That color?
Black and red?
No, that is not a swastika. I want the original video. That's not a swastika.
It doesn't look like one.
I swear it is. It's just blurred to the point where you can't see it on purpose.
But why is it that color then? Swastikas are white.
I just
White
think
or black?
I don't know if we could show it, you know?
Normally it's black on a white background.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The symbol is red.
That's not a swastika then, unless they modified it. But
well, because
that is. It's
I've never seen it.
I've never seen. That's got to mean something. A red swastika on a black flag.
Yeah, because that was so. There was a particular arts and crafts project that required red, black, and white. So I'm pretty sure that it's accurate. Because
no. That is actually look up whatever. I'll talk about that afterwards in AP or something. But it is Nazi-ish, but it's not Nazis or First off, Nazis don't exist anymore. It's neo-Nazis. But Okay, fine. All right, whatever.
It's Nazi adjacent.
Yes,
then.
yes, and it's similar. It's similar enough to be where it would be related somehow.
So am I the only one that thinks I kind of know who they're going to end up blaming for this?
No. Let me go back to that. No, not. No, I know where you're going with this. I don't think so.
Which was hosting a play about the Holocaust.
People were shocked. They were appalled.
An Army veteran saying he confronted them as they shouted anti-Semitic and racial slurs.
We had 75 people downstairs that watched that play. And out of that 75, there was 50 or 60 of them that were afraid to leave this building. We had to escort them to their cars. Nobody in America should feel like that.
Columbus police tell us officers detained members of that group on Saturday to investigate a potential assault, but ultimately determined that no crime was committed. Lindsay?
Rena, thank you. After a group wearing masks.
Yeah, it's your freedom of speech. You're allowed to do that.
Yup.
So it's okay to burn an American flag and destroy monuments and paint stuff on that, but this is not okay.
I was waiting for like a turf war to develop because if all those black people are walking the same exact path as the neo-Nazis, like I was picturing something out of Oz.
Okay.
Like I was picturing the two clans going after each other and fighting, in the middle of the street. Like a combination of Sopranos and Oz together.
But even then, I don't get why the blacks always get involved.
I have never understood the idea between Nazis and black people. I don't get the correlation.
You're not in this fight. Like, it has nothing to do
Hesh from Sopranos, remember what he said? Remember what he said to the black guy? He goes, we were the white man's before you guys existed.
Now, if they were wearing white garments with pointy hats...
Yeah, sure, I could get that
blacks
correlation.
would-
I don't get the correlation, though, with that. But, okay, that's news. It's a good clip, Brie.
Yeah. That symbol
Crazy.
isn't anti-black, so I don't get it.
Yeah, there's zero correlation. I've looked this up when people were flying it. Look, if you want to fly a swastika outside your house, I say go for it. You want to fly an upside-down flag at your house, go for it. You want to fly a BLM thing, but just don't hate on me when I fly my flags. That's all. Yes, go ahead. You want to burn a flag, go for it. I used to give a shit. I don't anymore. You're just a piece of shit. That's all.
Disclaimer, this is not true for Europeans.
What happens if you flew an upside-down Belgium flag? That would just be Italian, right? What's the other flag that's your colors but the other way around? Germany? So if you just flew yours upside down, they would think you're German.
Yep.
You have to...
No issues.
You can't fly our flag upside down because that would stay the same. You have to kind of fly it sideways, and then you would...
What color is your flag?
It's
top to bottom.
black, yellow, red.
So it would be red, yellow, black.
Black, yellow, red. It's vertical bands.
Oh, so you'd have to...
You can do it.
You'd have to put holes in the other side of the
I
flag.
think the German one has black, red, yellow as well. No?
German flag is black, red, yellow. Yeah.
Yeah. So it wouldn't...
No.
They were
One
clever.
is vertical, the other one is... Okay, I see it.
It went like, those Belgian people, they're not the smartest. Let's give them a
You know
flag.
what's
They
crazy?
can't put that wrong.
It's pretty wild when you do a little bit of research. I know Bree wants to go into our next news article.
No, you keep going.
You know what's crazy about looking at your flag, and you look at a lot of Africa's flags. A lot of those have your colors in it. I wonder why that is. Go ahead, Bree, take it away.
You may or may not have been there.
Like, I'm looking at Africa, the whole continent, and their colors. Whoo, buddy. I feel like you guys had a heavy influence over there, because it's all your colors.
We did some expeditions over there.
Some navigational procedures.
Yeah.
It's just because we like to barbecue, and people sometimes they like to barbecue too.
Bro, you need to look at Africa's flags and look at your flag. That whole nation is literally black, red, and yellow. Brello. Yeah.
We
It's
just
Trello?
love the culture, the people over there, the spices. We kind of fell in love with the place, and then we kept it for a while, and then we gave it back.
And now it's worse than we had it. But
okay.
who's counting?
The flag of Kravafi, Kravafe. I love that flag. That's a. I don't even know where that is, but that's a beautiful flag. Krav like Kravafe. Kravafe. Karvafe. Karavafe flag.
What does it look like?
I cannot show it because I have other flags on my screen.
Oh.
It is.
They're just making a new screensaver real quick. Hold on.
What
Black,
if
red, yellow, red, black.
Hold on. Open link in new tab. There we go. I'll do it like this. Yeah, I can do it like this. Right there. Do you see?
Oh, that's nice.
It's the fourth one down on the left. Oh, that's an R. I'm sorry. Karavari.
Oh.
You see it? Or no? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Sultanate of Banjar. That one. Or Habsburg Monarchy is pretty nice too. Those are sexy flags.
Even the Flanders one are on there. Nice.
Which one? Oh, I see.
First row, third from the left.
Yeah. That's your guys's, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a sexy flag. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I had to filter. I had other flags on my thing. It's the last thing I need on here.
Also,
Brie, what do you
sexy
got?
flags, just different colors.
Yes. Let's be real. The swastika is, what's the word?
Beautiful design.
No. Okay. Not infamous. Synonymous. That's the word. Synonymous with bad intentions. But if you look up the swastika itself, it's not bad
But
intentions.
at first it wasn't, right? Because it's Indian.
It was peace.
Indian.
Peace.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
peace
and then-
flag, but then
He turned it a little bit and made it like evil.
He made it cockeyed. Sort of like if you took a really hot girl and you gave her cockeyed, she's no longer hot. That's what happened with the swastika. It meant peace. You made it cockeyed. It's no longer what it is anymore.
I don't know. Guys are into that nowadays.
The other day I was getting a jam and I told Brie to cross her eyes in the middle of it. It's interesting.
I tried my best.
It was kind of hot.
It kind of means that even in World War II.
No, we're good. Go ahead, Brie.
I sent you an article.
Yeah.
Mr. Matthew sent me this article. I found it absolutely insane that that's where we're at today.
Is this a video or what is? Okay, I see what it is. Give me a second.
An article. And then after that, I got a video for something else. But this one is first.
I really have to figure this out. How about this? There we go.
Beautiful.
But you're not in here, so hold on.
That's okay. I'm not important.
You are important. Okay, so why does it look like this though? This is
I don't know.
Hold on.
You ever wear shorts and like get stuck to the seat? Goodness gracious.
Is this where we're at, Brie? Oh,
Yes.
Hold on. Let's try that. There you go.
So a mother was arrested because her son was walking alone. Here's the story.
oh, there is video. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
ad, though. It's an ad.
I think there was a video of it in the article.
Yeah, skip that. The first one's always nonsensical. So the TLDR of this news story is this woman let her son walk to the dollar store which was less than 1 mile away from her house. The police were called because this kid was walking alone to the dollar store. Oh, you can play that.
Old son walked into town by himself. A Georgia mother is facing jail time because her nearly 11-year-old son walked into town by himself. She says she was annoyed he didn't tell her where he was going, but she says he was never in danger. Then officers showed up to arrest her. ABC's Andrea Fujii has details.
This morning, police body camera video shows the moment Brittany Patterson was arrested for letting her 10-year-old son walk into town by himself.
What am I under arrest for?
For reckless endangerment.
And how was I recklessly endangering my child?
We're not talking about it.
On October 30th, Patterson said she took one of her children to the doctor. In the meantime, her son, Soren, who since turned 11, decided to walk less than a mile into town from their home in rural Mineral Bluff, Georgia. While out, Patterson got a call from the sheriff's department, worried that Soren was walking alone.
I wasn't concerned. I wasn't, panicking or concerned because it's just a short walk from our house. He knows how to get home. He knows how to get there.
Authorities dropped Soren off at home, and 5 hours later, they returned.
Call mommy and tell them they're taking you to jail because you decided to walk down the street.
Let go of your hands. That's not his fault.
Yeah, call mommy.
You're the mother. That's your responsibility.
Last time I checked, it wasn't illegal for a kid to walk to the store.
So. It is when they're 10 years old.
Patterson was booked on suspicion of reckless conduct, a charge that could carry.
Okay, can I pause this real quick? What are we even talking about, bro?
Yep.
What are we even talking about?
That's insane.
If you want to walk to the store and you're 10 years old, I don't care. I mean, if we're like in a bad area, I can understand that, but I was allowed to go ride my bike and just be home by 6. Who gives a shit where you go?
Yes.
At 10 years old, I was further away than a mile, and I was by myself. So
yeah,
same.
At that age, I was doing grocery shopping for my mom with a bike, and I was further away than this.
I don't understand Okay, I'll play I don't understand what's happening here.
1 year in jail. The warrant claiming she willingly and knowingly did endanger the bodily safety of her juvenile son.
Our criminal justice system's built on the fact that you did something or you were negligent. You did something criminally negligent. So what is it she did?
Authorities have offered to drop the charge if Patterson signs a safety plan that includes the use of a GPS tracker on her son's phone.
What?
What the what is going on?
But she refuses to sign it or admit doing anything wrong.
I just felt like I couldn't sign that, and that in doing so would be agreeing that there was something unsafe about my home or something unsafe about my parental decisions, and I just don't believe that.
Brittany Patterson is out on bail, awaiting to see if prosecutors will indict her on the reckless conduct charge.
A Georgia mother is facing jail time.
What are you actually thinking of as a law officer?
Right.
Well, it's not up for you. Well, I guess it is. You're on.
That's the sheriff, or what was it?
That was sheriff.
It was some entitled police officer. It's a kid walking. He wasn't doing anything illegal. He didn't have anything illegal. The home didn't have anything illegal. He was just going for a walk to the dollar store, which was a block or so away. I was in the next town over when I was young. Like, I didn't even tell my mom where I was. I was like, Jay, you had to be home before the streetlights came on.
Yep.
And that was it. But now there's a radius that you can be away from your child?
I don't know if I agree with this part, but there's even people that when I was younger, their parents would go to work, and if their kid was out of school, they just let them stay at their house. They could be 10 years old, 11, 12. I don't know if I agree with that so much, but...
Latchkey kids? What do you call them?
Yep, latchkey kids. Let yourself in, let yourself out, just don't get in trouble.
Yeah, that's fascinating. That... someone actually got charged with a crime for that, for your kid walking. Who called the cops?
A nosy neighbor, it sounds like. What do you say, Matthew?
Local Karen, probably. I mean...
for seeing an 11-year-old kid walking somewhere? How do you know it's not 4 doors down your neighbor?
It's gotta be somebody that has an axe to grind with the lady or the kid or whatever, because why else? And like I said, the sheriff's department, it's a small time. They have some leeway in what they do, right?
Not really. Like, the law's the law. Like, if I see a child out in the middle of the street, I'm not calling the cops. He's a kid and he's having fun. Leave him be. Like, I don't know who sees a child and goes, police. Like, that's ridiculous.
Maybe there's more to the story somehow.
You know, he was grounded when he got home. When she got out of bail, she was like, you are grounded for the rest of your life.
For your life. Until you're 18. You're not going outside.
They want what? They want him to stay at the house? I don't understand.
Yes. They're saying that she has to agree to GPS him, which makes no sense. Like, what will that won't stop him from leaving the house. He is a kid. He's supposed to play outside. I think it's crazy that's even.
So what if a kid is walking home from school and he's 11 years old?
Charged. Reckless endangerment. Yep.
They're only supposed to go around the block and on that side, on your side of the street, not the other one, because then they have to cross the street and that's too dangerous. Reckless endangerment.
I think
so. Go, Jordan.
To play it safe, I feel like we shouldn't allow kids to leave your property. Just
hold on. In most jurisdictions, there isn't a specific law prohibiting minors under 13 from being outside, but there are often curfew laws that restrict when a minor of a certain age can be outside without adult supervision, usually later in the evening, and the specific age limit varies by location, meaning a child under 13 might need to be accompanied by an adult past a certain hour depending on local ordinances. See, they didn't tell us that. What time was it? She said there was an appointment, so it had to be before 5.
Yeah, doctor's appointment for the other kids, so it would have to be during the day.
Oh.
What?
Can an 11-year-old go outside alone? There are very few expert opinions pinpointing the exact age children should be out alone because each child, family, situation has so many variables. The age range falls between age 8 and 12. Under the age of 7, obviously kids can't go walk to the store at 7. In Flagler County, our age limit to walk alone is 14.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't we just let them walk and figure out where they live and where their friends are? Like, why are we restricting them? I've never heard of these rules and laws before. Yeah, when I was young, I would go, so I lived in Raritan. I would go hang out in Somerville, in Bridgewater, anywhere in the same county, essentially, because you can't really get out of that county because it's massive on foot. But there was never any cops saying, where are you going, little girl? Like, that never happened. We can't hear you, buddy.
If your kid is 14 years old and he wants to go play with a friend of his, that's 2 blocks down, you have to accompany him?
And apparently it varies on literally town to town to town. There's this one is someplace in Kentucky, 16 years old, within a mile radius of the house. I don't know. I think it. Wow. I know nothing about that. I just think that's wild. I don't know. I didn't have those problems growing up.
No, this is why I'm glad we didn't have stuff like that.
Yes. Then again, those laws are in place. But are they going to actively go after those people? Probably not. Yes, but this is after a phone call for someone. I don't think a cop will actually stop someone, ask for their age. I don't think they would. Would they?
A year in jail. They said a year in jail. That was a punishment. Could you imagine?
Where we live, I would say about 20% of the students ride their bikes or walk because there is a lot of bike racks. Like when I went to school, we had 1 bike rack. Here, it has like 6 and they're filled with bikes. So lots of these children are independent, and you're telling them that they cannot go out on their own anymore? How are we supposed to teach them to be safe and to go out in the world if we're locked up?
That's kind of the entire idea these days, right? Just protect them from everything, and then they become big sissies who cry when something doesn't go their way or they bump their knee.
It's so bad.
Bad.
Like, I don't feel like that mom deserves to be charged with anything.
Yep.
Like, it's not like your kid was found in the next state over. He was found down the street.
Yeah, reckless endangerment, that's pushing it.
That could put her in trouble with her other children. Like Dyfus.
Yeah, that is. I've never heard of that. The cop said 10 though, but the article said 11. So which one was it? Was he 10 or 11?
He was almost 11. He's 11 now. He was almost 11 at the time.
If he was on his bike, would it have been any different?
That's what I was wondering.
Well, he's still out on his own, right?
Yeah, but he could get away from said problems faster on a bicycle, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Such a silly law thing. This is crazy. That's crazy.
Unless there's a huge amount of certain people in that town.
And it said that it's a small town, so there's not a large amount of people.
There's no way they take her to court for that. Now that it's got news coverage?
Yeah. Yeah, my son walked less than a mile to the store, and I got charged with reckless endangerment of a child. Some lawyer is going to take that up for free. Like, because you're going to make news, you know?
Gotta get your name out there.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's just so nuts.
Yeah, it would have been different if he was walking around half naked with no shoes in the middle of the street. Yes, reckless endangerment.
If they would have done that, if they would have done that in our time, I don't think there wouldn't be any parents left. They would all be in jail.
Oh, yes.
like Bree said, it's you're going out, when the street lights go on, you make sure that you're inside, and what the rest of the day, where you were, what you did.
And we were like young before cell phones existed, so you went by where the sun was. So if the sun is coming down, you go home. Like,
in the direction of.
Yeah, there was no need of constant communication with your parent. Like, you knew the rule, you followed the rule, and that was it. But for some reason, having more technology has made it more restricted, even though you literally can call anybody at any time now. That's weird.
So, but they're also saying that the kid has to have a phone on him.
Yeah,
always.
With GPS monitoring. I'm not paying extra money to monitor my GPS child. Like, that's weird.
Then he's still walking along.
I'm trying to find the town that this was and what the law is. Where in Georgia was it? That doesn't say in the article.
I don't know.
I mean, even if you track his cell phone, he's still walking alone, right?
Yes, you're right. All you have to do is Fanayan County. Fannin County.
Let's spell that again.
Fannin.
Got it.
Yeah, when I was young, my mom would let me and my brother go out and walk to the local bodega to pick out candy, or a convenience store, small business is what a bodega is. And we would go there and pick out candy or get a sandwich and come back home, and that was 2 miles away.
Oh no, it's children under the age of 15 must be supervised at all times by someone 16 years or older.
What?
I'm trying to think when I was allowed to go outside and go ride my bike to my friend's house. I want to say 11? 12?
I was young.
Maybe
Like-
they changed those laws recently.
Dude, it still doesn't make any sense, Jordan. If they're recent or not, it makes absolutely no sense at all.
Yeah, but the problem with that is I agree with that, but just because you don't agree with the law doesn't mean it's written in that law. And if it's written in that law and you crossed it, it's a stupid law, but you're still punishable.
Yeah, but what caused that law to exist in the first place? I would assume mischief, because children are
Yeah.
little devils and they like to mess things up.
But so will we. You live, you learn, you get punished.
Oh yeah, I was a naughty child sometimes.
So
One
there-
time I hid in a bush.
You're actually encouraging children to stay at home and be behind a screen or a phone or a computer or a PlayStation or whatever.
Yeah, like in my town, there was a law that children under the age of 16 were not allowed out at night. Like, you know,
Makes
like full
sense.
dark.
Makes sense.
So
Well,
when the cops would like go around looking, like, or just like driving, we would all hide in bushes. Like we would go like we weren't doing anything wrong. We were just kids walking around. Like we weren't setting things on fire. We were just hanging out. We didn't even smoke cigarettes or nothing. We were just living life and walking because that's all we could do at that point. I just remember how funny it was. Like trying to hide in a bush.
How old were you? But how old?
Probably like 13.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I was able to go outside at 10 or 11 o'clock. Oh, focus. I don't know. I don't think so. It might be too young.
Yeah, full dark. My town was 16.
Well, that
But-
that makes sense. But
The cops
I
wouldn't
mean-
do it. Like they caught us before and they were like, "What are you guys doing out here? You guys should go home." Like that's it. Like it wasn't we're going to go arrest your mother. It was go home before anything bad happens. You know, like
our parents sent us to get cigarettes.
Yep.
oh yeah, I was buying alcohol and, and dip. Like the tobacco dip. They were like, "Oh, it's for your mom." I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Here's a whole bunch of liquor and nicotine stuff." I was like, "Thanks." And I would take it and I would go home. As long as I didn't if I didn't deviate from what she normally bought, I could buy it for myself. I'd be like, "Oh, she wants 2 bottles of gin this time." They'd be like, "All right, here you go." You know?
She wants a whole case of beer.
I tried
She
that
wasn't.
once. I tried to add something that she wouldn't buy. Like it was something random, and they were like, "Is this for your mom?" I was like, "No." They were like, "Well, you can't get this, but here's your gin." Like,
She wasn't hiding in the bush. She was passed out in that bush.
gin was like the grossest liquor to have
Oh, it's
access
so
to.
disgusting.
It
is-
like
Oh.
I didn't want to drink it. My friends didn't want to drink it. We were like, my house is full of liquor, but this is so lame. Like,
Oh,
Disgusting.
still don't like it.
Nope.
It's like turpentine. Nope.
It makes your
That's
mouth dry. Like
Ah,
it's so weird.
yes, I
How
do
something
not
so
like.
wet can be so dry.
remember a couple of years ago when there was a whole fad about it?
It still is. Still ongoing, but you have to add 50 things to make it drinkable. That's not a good drink. Yeah, tonic, some other stuff you have to sprinkle in there before you can almost drink it.
You know what's really gross? Mojitos. They look so cool. Like people on TV
mojitos.
drinking them, they look awesome. We were in Miami. I was like, "Ooh, I want a mojito. I want to be frisky." It is the most disgusting thing I ever drank. It's like worse than gin. I was like, "Why does this?"
I don't
taste
think it
like
has
scrubs?
gin in it, does it?
Like-
a mojito?
No,
No,
rum.
there's no. Yeah, that's
It-
no gin in
It
that.
tasted so gross.
Oh,
Like
it's because of the leaves they crush in it, right?
I like mint, so I should have liked it, but it was disgusting.
Oh, it's pretty good. It could be that they made it wrong.
The worst part is,
Probably did.
yeah, the worst part is if they leave the leaves in, and you kind of drink, and you kind of get the leaf things. That's annoying.
Usually it's a straw, and then dark sugar on the bottom, right? Or brown sugar in the bottom.
Well, with all of their other drinks, like even a normal lemonade, they would add a ginger shot to it. I absolutely hate ginger. I do not like the way that it tastes. It tastes like gross old dirt, but they put it in everything. So I'm wondering if they put it in that mojito. Because we ordered a lemonade at breakfast and it tasted so disgusting. I was like, what is wrong with this normal lemonade? And they're like, oh, it has a shot of ginger for immunity. I don't want it. I want lemonade. I ordered lemonade.
Immunity.
I was so mad. And it was like $9 for a singular glass.
Ginger, of all things, to put in every drink.
What is this, Bree? Did you just send me this?
Yeah, Matthew sent me that. I think it's good. But that's the point that's the best. There's some lady who talks and she talks way too much. So if you bring it to 2:33, that's the best time. Oh, yeah.
Some other reasonable people had to say.
I can't believe I was trafficked to this horrible country. I can't believe I was trafficked to this horrible country. I am not an American. I am not an American.
She was in a Chinese orphanage and got adopted. Not trafficked, adopted.
It is not a metaphor. I was purchased when I was a toddler. I was trafficked into the United States. I was purchased by white people. I was sold from an orphanage.
I mean, she can call it whatever she wants, but that was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to her. Because she gets to be in America, on her phone, whining on TikTok about how bad she hates America, instead of what most likely would have happened to her if she stayed over there. Truth is, she wasn't going to get adopted by anybody in China. Less than 0.1% of Chinese orphans get adopted domestically. So she would have just stayed institutionalized, then turned 14 and aged out, meaning she's ineligible to be adopted anymore. And this is what happens to kids in China who age out. The best case scenario, they get to stay in the orphanage, finish school, and get a minimum wage service job. The opportunity for higher education, a better job, or starting a family are virtually unattainable for these kids. Now, worst case scenario, you get to be released out onto the streets alone with no resources at the ripe age of 14 years old. And then when you're out on the streets alone with no resources or money, you'll be forced to find a way to make some money. You'll be forced to put yourself in shady, undesirable situations like selling your body, which happens to a lot of homeless women, and then you'll really be trafficked. So yeah, America has its problems. Nobody's saying we're perfect. But thank God a white American family decided to purchase this young lady and bring her to America. Because if that didn't happen, odds are she'd be living in a situation 100 times worse.
You can keep going. It's more people. It's actually kind of interesting.
I can't believe I was trafficked to this horrible country. I can't believe I was trafficked to this horrible country.
Wow. I mean, you must be really strong to have went through something as traumatic as what you're describing while still being able to express yourself to the world. Please tell us more.
It is not a metaphor. I was purchased when I was a toddler. I was trafficked into the United States. I was purchased by white people. I was sold from an orphanage.
I am not an American.
This kind of rhetoric does an extreme disservice to the millions of people actually dealing with the atrocity of trafficking right now as we speak. As in over 3 million children, over 9 million men, over 10 million women that just wish they had the opportunities that you have. You were adopted.
I was purchased by white people. I was sold from an orphanage.
You know how many of those unfortunate souls wish they were back home with their family or wish they even had one to begin with?
Obsess over me. Obsess over me, yes please.
You know how many of those unfortunate souls wish that they could see and know the thousands of individuals that are constantly obsessing over them, let alone see this from the comfort of their home? They don't get to garner thousands of followers that want to watch their every move. Those people don't get to let their voices be heard in their school newspaper. Those children do not get to use their privilege to get a bachelor's degree in sociology and a minor in ethnic studies, but a bachelor's degree nonetheless. I mean, tell me, how do you basically specialize and major in calling out people who abuse their social and systemic privilege, and yet you're Exhibit A? Because you use your immense privilege and opportunity to come on this app and play the victim. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Honestly, my heart goes out to her poor adoptive parents. I pity them.
See a tattoo on her chest?
No, I didn't see it. What was it?
Black.
The fist. Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that black people were commenting on it and not just the white people who stole her. Like, I thought that was cute.
Yeah.
And adoption is something that is beautiful. Like, you're taking something that's not yours and raising it as yours. And she's hating on all of it. And she got to experience life in America with wealthy parents who bought her everything she wanted. And this is how she turns out. A shaved head feminist. That's your
Well, that's a B4, right? Shaved head. I didn't notice if she had the blue wristband. Did she?
What's the blue wristband?
I don't know.
B4, the movement.
Oh, the 4B?
Yeah, the 4Bs. They're all going around shaving their heads, so I imagine...
It's the people who won't procreate.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a phase that
No,
they
she has
will
no
be
bracelet on.
Mm.
No bracelet.
Yep. Yeah, but she's saying that she was trafficked to this country. You were adopted and given a life and a home and education and friends and everything.
Given the choices, Brie, given the choices they said in there. So 0.01% or something gets adopted. You have the choice of living there and probably not getting adopted, not having a family, having a miserable life, or somebody paying for you, buying you, and you having a wonderful life. I would take the buy me please option out of that one. I mean, even if you're trafficked, what the hell does it?
Yeah, well, I think she's an ungrateful brat.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Wasn't spanked enough.
Well, now your population is going to go down. She's not going to have babies.
Darn. These feminists really shouldn't have babies. If that's what they spew into their little kids' ears, that's inappropriate.
Don't worry. It's not it's a non-issue. There's not a man on this planet that finds that attractive. You should run it.
Let them shave their heads. Let them not procreate. Let them not date. Let them not marry. Good. More power to you. Keep doing it, please, because you're taking that rotten part of society and kind of
eliminating
putting it to the side, taking it away. That's a good thing. You're leaving more men for the women that do want to do those things. And probably if you're one of those head shavers for B movement girls, then
I don't know how you guys find this shit. Like, do you just look online for drama?
I'm presented with a lot of stuff, and so is Matthew. Like, we don't actively search for it; it just shows it to us. Like,
and
I don't search for.
The more you click it, the more it shows. Of course.
I'm going less and less online, and I feel happier for it.
The shit you guys find, it's crazy.
How would you feel if your child said that to you?
What?
That you like, say we adopted a kid, and the kid is now that, and the kid said that to you, that we traffic them here.
How old is this kid?
How old is she? Probably 19, 20? Oh, bachelor's. She would have to be 23, right?
Dishonor.
Even better, put her on a plane back to China and drop her. Like, okay,
Won't be any good because you're an adult, right? You have a degree and everything. You got all the stuff you needed here, and now you just got out.
Ah.
I don't know if with a bachelor degrees in social studies you're gonna get far in China. It's very competitive.
It's different there. Like how we require you to get a medical degree in the United States, they'll want you to study other stuff over there.
What's the one guy say? The Delulu? The Delulu
Yes.
is great in this one.
She must be Delulu.
The Delulu.
It's just so crazy how ungrateful someone can be.
Yeah, that chick, that link you just sent me, her whole thing is, I guess, a commentary over people with blue bracelet, blue BBM, blue bracelet movement. Yeah, you want to wear a blue bracelet and you want to be a feminist or whatever it is you are. I don't think anybody cares. Well, you guys care. I don't care.
That's not even feminism anymore, is it, Jay?
No, feminism is equal opportunity. It's what it is.
But in all reality, that would never cross our lives.
No.
There's no
Not here
way
in
you
Florida.
would meet a person like that. No, not even in Florida, not even here.
You're saying in Europe.
Well, in general, people with a certain mindset stick with a certain mindset. You would never, even friends of friends, you wouldn't cross a person like that.
Yeah.
Like with those weird values.
It's the same thing with transgenders. I don't come across them only online. It's the only time I see them.
I've seen them in real life in the shop. Yeah,
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say I've never seen any. I've walked up to a couple. It's not something that I go outside and I see it's a problem. I don't.
Well, all I see when we go out, there's like one, and it's a really burly looking dude that wears a dress. I don't know why they don't try harder. Make me question it for a second. They're just a burly bearded fellow, like with nails. Like, what are you doing? It's so weird. You know that you're weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, but the two I've met in the store were nice in the sense of they were polite, they weren't nasty, just normal.
When you come
as
across,
normal as you can get them.
When you come across a woman that has really short hair and is really into softball, you assume that she is a lesbian. Your first thought isn't she's a tranny. Like, I've never seen a man chick and thought, oh, she would really like to have a penis. Ever. Like, you just assume that she's a muff diver. But with men, they wear a dress and they just want to be called a tranny now. It makes no sense.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, but that is kind of true for the most part, right? If you see like women play soccer or basketball, you're gonna assume half of that team is that way for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, I think people should just stick to how God intended us, Because you can't say God doesn't make mistakes and then try to change how your vagina works.
Maybe that's the issue. Just like you said it there, the majority of the population is stepping away from believing in anything, and then you get this.
Well, back in the day, we were watching The Sopranos, and little Anthony was diagnosed with ADHD. And Jay was like, that really wasn't even a thing back then. It was just discipline your child more so that way they pay attention. So now that we have let that leak into society that every single child has ADHD, now all of them have gender identity problems. And now all of them are going to have this type of problem with the 4B movement. And it's just going to keep escalating. We just let them do whatever they want for no reason.
What are you going to do about it?
Take away things. Honestly, I would want to move to like an Amish community. I feel like I'd be really good at butter. And then I would just raise them in that environment with no computer, no phone. You learn farm stuff and you be a farmhand. You make mean babies. You know, we don't go out into society.
Mm. There's small things you could do, like even with this, let's call it a woman. There's certain degrees that shouldn't exist. If you can't get a job with it, do you really? Does it really hold
like that though? There's a lot of degrees that are liberal arts. Like there's a lot of degrees that are just.
Well, if I don't know what that specifically entails, but if that helps you to become an artist, if you're really creative, I don't know if the degree is gonna help you out in any way. But the social studies, I don't know if there's no job opportunities in that, and you just
I don't even know what you would do. I guess work for like a homeless shelter or something, or I don't know.
Weed store.
Yeah, but wouldn't you do better
Did
with
you kill the
like
stream?
a psychology?
Yeah, nobody was donating on Twitch. I got the donation, so I canceled it on Twitch and I moved over to YouTube. If they want to watch us, they can move over here. If they don't want to watch us, then they can just think that the stream is over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Plus, I had to pull that string.
I'm sorry.
No.
Anyway.
It's okay. It's all right. Don't be sorry.
Did we get approved for the puppy?
They haven't responded. I filled it out on Saturday, so we'd have to wait. I don't know. We'd probably have to call.
You're getting a puppy?
I don't know. The Humane Society near our house has a lot of dogs, and they're dogs that we actually wanted in the first place. So we can go and see if any of them click. They're all used, but I mean, we might find a good
I like a good used dog.
They were only used for the review, so it's brand new.
Second hand dog. They have some wear and tear, but
Oh, like that Asian chick. She was slightly used, you know?
slightly used. The body's still okay, but
The mind is gone.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Well, can you say that? Maybe that is what she needs. Is like a man to just fix it.
That's the thing. So, like, a good woman will help a man be a better man, and a good man will help a woman be a better woman. And if you are shunning the other sex, then there's no one to guide you to be appropriate. You know?
would any normal dude, honestly, would any normal dude have anything to do with something like that?
Who wants to take out the time and fix that?
That's unfixable.
Well,
everything
is
is
unfixable.
Everything is fixable. How much time
You just
do you
have
put
to
towards it?
return of investment. It's not like she's a 10 when she. Yeah, it's not like she's gonna be a 10 when she has her hair out.
It makes me wonder. Like, do you have a boyfriend? Do you?
No.
I would say
Does someone love you?
her parents did before she made her TikToks.
Used to.
I feel like she had an argument with her parents, and then that was the result of that. Let me really show them by making a video.
She turned 23, and all of a sudden she went like, "Wait, I'm adopted."
I don't think she loves herself. Otherwise, she wouldn't look like that.
Yes. Oh my gosh, speaking of loving yourself, did you see that there is a new surgery to permanently change your eye color? They scoop out your iris. Like, they literally take a scraper and they scoop out the
Shut
circle. I swear
Shut
to Jesus.
up.
It is $15,000. They scoop out your iris and then they put in ink like they're a tattoo artist. This Mexican guy went from brown eyes to a really, really pretty color eyes. Like, it's like a greenish blue. It actually looks really good on him. Like, it's almost gray. And they look great. But it is very dangerous. You can go permanently blind in both eyes. And it's $15,000.
Would you go overseas or even go under the knife? CBS 2's Lisa Siegel looks into the controversial procedure that requires you to do both.
A lot of the different movie stars, Mel Gibson, Brad Cooper, all these guys, they all have like these beaming blue eyes.
And so too does Torrin Green, and he loves them. As an actor and a rocker, the attention they bring is priceless.
People really tend to gravitate towards blue eyes.
But he wasn't born with baby blues.
I was born with hazel eyes.
4 months ago,
I basically got on a plane, flew to the other side of the world where I didn't know anybody, to have a stranger put...
Okay, see, this is one of the problems I have. You are crazy because you're going to a country where you don't know what. Okay.
Might wake up with no...
Say again?
He might wake up with no kidneys.
While I was awake.
These are very risky procedures.
Torrin had his eye color changed with something called Bright Ocular. It's a silicone iris implant
that is placed inside the eye surgically in front of the natural iris.
Iris implants are not approved by the FDA, so American doctors don't offer them.
The cornea is clear.
But Brentwood ophthalmologist Dr. David Wallace agreed to...
Yeah, this is 9 years ago. This can't
Look up the word. Are you ready?
Oh.
It's a long word.
Go ahead.
Kerato pigmentation. All one word. It should pop up.
It's tattooing?
Yep. They scoop out your eyeball.
I know the tattooing where they... Oh, my...
Yeah, tattooing was mostly, up until now, was where the entire eye is black, right?
This mom of four is about to undergo a controversial procedure that will permanently change the color of her eyes from brown to blue. The procedure is called keratopigmentation, or kerato, and it's generating major buzz on social media. Eye surgeon Alexander Movskovich says he's performed the procedure on more than 700 patients and says it is safe.
I've heard so many times, doctor, you changed my life, because the eye is the mirror of your soul.
So how does kerato work? A laser is used.
So it's fake then? Your soul is fake. If eyes are the mirror to your soul, then why would you change them?
Dude, why would you risk going blind just to have another color of eyes?
Right.
To open a channel where pigment is injected into the cornea, which changes the color of the eye. It takes just half an hour, and patients stay awake the entire time. The cost, $12,000. It is not FDA approved. Elena Martin had it done a year ago to change her eye color from brown to blue. Are you happy that you did this surgery?
Well, I'm very happy. I wake up every day and I see blue. It's always been my dream.
And she's not alone. We were there when Cherry, who lives in New York, underwent kerato.
One eye is done.
A half hour later, presto, as if by magic.
I mean, that
it's
is
just
pretty
like
crazy.
that classic country song.
And don't make my brown eyes blue.
The procedure is controversial. The American Academy of Ophthalmology notes serious risks for vision loss and complications, including light sensitivity and cornea damage. Ophthalmologist Christopher Starr says there are far less invasive options.
Think about prescription-colored contact lenses that are FDA approved prior to doing any of these potentially invasive.
Of course, but those aren't permanent, so...
Right.
Yeah, that argument is not relevant to the situation. But
yeah, and if he's done thousands of these surgeries and they cost $12,000 a pop, he is swimming in money. Like, Jesus.
They also didn't happen to mention the failure rate of those things, right?
No.
Was your body going to reject it?
Oh yeah. In the article it shows the tools that they use. It is this little tiny scoop device. They have to scoop out a whole channel in order to put the color in. Ugh, it is so gross to look at.
You think you feel it? I know you see it. How do you
I
not
don't
go
know.
blind from the light that is that close to your eyeball? Wouldn't that give you white spots?
Apparently, you don't feel it because they put drops in your eyes that
Yeah, I'm
numb
not talking
your
about that. No,
eyeball.
no, no. I'm not talking about feeling it. I'm talking about seeing it. If you're wide
Yeah.
awake, right? How do you not
Yeah.
see the blindness?
Well, same thing for when they do the corrective surgery.
Yeah,
Right.
friend of mine had that done, and he says you can see the scalpel coming to your eye.
Oh,
and,
Jesus
and,
Christ.
I was like,
How
nope,
do you not panic?
I'll wear glasses.
Oh yeah, I'll wear contacts. Once I can no longer purchase contacts and my prescription is when I would consider that. Because that is risky.
I could not imagine a blade going that close to my face and not having any type of reaction. I am glad
Nope.
that I have these beautiful eyes. If you got brown eyes, deal with them. I don't know.
I mean, we could make it a cool thing. If we each spend 12,000, we could be the blue-eyed crew. We can all have blue eyes.
What color are Matthew's eyes?
Green.
What color are Jordan's eyes? Brown?
Dark brown, I guess.
Oh. Yeah. That's
Oh yeah, that's disappointing.
I know.
brown is like the worst eye color to have.
It is. It's the
It's just
ugliest.
so bleh.
Well, you're kind of
12,000 and I fix it. Donate
Blue and
now
green are
to get my
disappearing,
eyes
right?
fixed.
You ain't got no donations on this platform, bro. Let that go.
Oh, okay.
Ain't nobody doing that.
I feel like the most boring combination is having brown eyes and brown hair. Like you were just average all around.
However, one could say if you have brown hair and brown eyes and you're beautiful, could you imagine that with blue eyes and blonde hair? If you can manage to pull off the most basic things, it's like if you could see a girl in the military and she's pretty with no makeup on, can you imagine her without that military
makeup.
uniform? Ooh. Ho ho. So, if you could pull it off, then good for you. That's not you, Brie. You're already pretty. You don't need to pull anything off.
Yay!
they
You
are
gonna make-
they
you
are
gonna make me
breeding
lunch,
us out,
woman?
right?
Would you say the ugliness is out?
No, they are breeding us out. The
Oh.
blue and the green eyes.
Yes, unfortunately.
No, it's a natural progression.
I think eventually everybody is going to be like a really light coffee color. I think that's where society's going to end up. Is everyone's just going to be different shades of coffee.
With
But
a,
what is
with
everyone doing as a job that you can spend so much money on just unnecessary procedures just to make you feel better about yourself?
Well, they're to generate more people to have the idea that they should do that. They're saying that it's the same thing as getting boobs, or the same thing as fixing your teeth, or getting your hair done, or liposuction. Like they're trying to lump eye surgery into that, but people aren't really feeling it right now.
short answer, attention.
Yeah, but you still have to have the money. Everyone is complaining about groceries are more expensive, housing is more expensive, and they have these people.
People will go in debt, John. People will go in debt to have surgery.
Fun fact, my boobs were bought on credit. These plastic surgery places have like credit options or cash options, and then
Your boobs were purchased with a credit card, not on credit.
yeah. Oh, that's.
But
a
that's the
different
same
word.
as cash. Like that's the same as that we didn't get it financed. I mean.
Oh yes.
I mean,
yes, I meant,
technically,
with
yeah.
credit
It's
card.
when you said credit, you gonna make me sound broke as shit. I
No,
didn't.
no,
I didn't
no.
use.
Like a credit
I didn't
card.
use a bank to get your boobs, right? They're not bank boobies. They're
No,
they're
no, I
credit
don't
card.
want them to get repoed.
Yeah, no,
Well-
no. That's not. They're not financed. I just
No, a credit card. I thought it was the same word.
right.
Nice boobs in 24 easy installments. So now, this number.
Yeah, but there's no risk involved with that one, right?
What do you mean?
There's always risk. Always.
With boobs?
Yeah.
Oh, big
It's
risk.
going to be less than the eye surgery.
Oh, well, different risks. Like your heart could stop underneath the anesthesia. You could get a blood clot that travels to your brain. Muscle atrophy, nipple loss, which is nuts.
I'm sorry. Did you say nipple loss?
Nipple loss. Some women's nipples die because the blood supply was accidentally severed during implantation.
Wait, so you tell me people could have necrotic nipples?
Yes.
I love it.
Have you seen the pictures of women that have the breast implants and like where the scar is, it doesn't close up?
That happened to me. I
Yeah,
had a gap for a minute.
Yeah, her bottom
It
left.
was weird.
I wouldn't
He was
seal.
like, "That's normal." I was like, "Bro, I'm like."
Yeah, you could
bleeding."
see inside
Like-
of her muscles. It
And
was.
the-
Yeah, it's creepy
I
shit,
was
bro.
showering and I sent Jay a picture of blood pouring down my stomach and down my leg. And he was like, "We're going to the doctors, put some clothes on." We go in and they're like, "Oh, it's just normal." And Jay's like, "But I could see inside of her body." And they were like, "Nah, just leave it, it'll close."
Oh.
You just got worms crawling in there, spiders and shit making webs. Oh.
Don't
worry about it.
Yeah, it'll work itself out.
No.
Yeah.
Since you're here, do you want new eyeballs?
It's crazy. All right, so Bree, you got any more news or you good?
I'm good.
Okay, because I'm gonna bang out this review. I guess I've had this for like a month, and they're getting irritated.
Ooh.
The power bank people.
Oh.
You missed
That
it
big
last
one?
night. We did a Discord last night, Matthew, for like.
I saw you guys went into Focals afterwards.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then I stayed
And,
in there real late.
A lot of
What
people in there?
It's 8, 7.
What happened?
With what?
It's a secret?
That's the secret. I'll tell you later. Okay. All right. Thank you all for watching. That's what we're gonna do from now on. I'm gonna go there for the morning donations, and we're gonna switch and we're gonna move over to YouTube because I'm gonna build this channel up. That's all. Okay. Thank you all for what?
Hello.